Hello, Virgo. This is the spread that I've pulled for you guys, and right off the rip, I'm gonna say this is how you are being represented here as the devil. So just with the surrounding cards, I'm gonna say that you guys are really trying to resist the temptation to go all out savage. You know, you've been patient, you've been kind, you've been giving, you've been letting a lot of stuff slide, and I feel you are nearing the point where you're ready to chop some heads, you know. Roll some heads, really get this revenge or some kind of outrage. You know, you're just really trying your hardest to be fair, but it might be that you feel a little taken advantage of or used. That's just basically what I can tell from that. The situation for you is the Nine of Wands. So when the Nine of Wands is your situation, it's saying that you've been putting up the good fight so far. So you haven't gotten grimy and did all the terrible things that you could have done so far, but you are a strong opposition at this time for whoever or whatever the situation is. And you can see the bottom of the deck here. There's a fight. There's some drama afoot. But you don't want to lose, you know, you don't want to cut off your nose to spite your face. I feel like that is a big deal. Now, what's crossing you is the Tower. And I feel like, you know, this is like an inner bomb about to go off for you. It's like, I can't take this shit no more. Like, I'm about to trip. Like, I just feel like Virgos are really in this position of like, you know, I'm a nice person, but don't screw with me. And when I get mad and I trip out, you know, everybody's gonna be, oh, sorry or whatever. But I don't know, Virgos are usually very calculating, so it's rare to see them have a explosion of emotion, although they can be at times very critical of the things going on around them. So I just put it like this: they allow a lot of stuff to continue transpiring while they, you know, hash over the details in their mind. They might, you know, do small little acts of vengeance in the meantime, but no real harm done. But there's always a couple of aces up their sleeve where they could really, you know, dismantle a whole situation or relationships. You know, they can really dismantle them if they were to bring out the full force of their emotional side. Okay, so at this time. I just feel like Virgos are really on the brink or on the fence of a major blow up here. In the headspace, though, you got the Ace of Pentacles, and when I first saw that card pop out, I thought, what else is ever on a Virgo's mind besides at least an Ace of Pentacles? At least one pentacle, at least gotta have something coming in somewhere, somehow. I feel like there might be some money owed to you that if it was given to you already or by now, you wouldn't be like facing this type of disadvantage. It's like, just give me my money and everything will be all right. If y'all don't give me my money, I'm on trip. How about that? And it might not even be money that, you know, someone specifically owes to you, because this is general, but generally a little bit of cash wouldn't hurt right now. A little bit of, you know, something long-term passive income I'm hearing. Okay, so in the recent past, or bringing you to this point, I feel it's the Hierophant in reverse is a signal of weakness and overkindness in some way. So I feel like although this situation is seeming like, you know, you might feel like you're in the right, but this is kind of reminding us that you do tend to let things go so much that people might have taken your kindness for weakness. And like I used to always tell somebody I know, why would you lend your last to someone? And I don't care how long you've known them, the point is, when you need it and they don't have it, now you're in this emotional, oh my God, story, when a simple no in the beginning would have definitely sufficed to save you all of this drama. So if this is about lending money or being, you know, extra free falling, or, you know, spendthrift and giving away, or, you know, always footing the bill, or whatever it is, it seems like now you are not happy with the reciprocation, and I don't even feel like it's really directed outward. I feel like it's inwardly you are saying to yourself that I'm tired of giving and giving and giving and giving and always Mr. Nice Guy or whatever, and now look at me when I'm stuck, when I'm in a situation. I gotta act a fool for my money. I gotta act up, and I gotta, you know, chase somebody down for my change, my rent, my whatever, you know. So this is here, this combination is here to say, if you want a better result, you gotta input better data. So maybe realizing your tendency to be too kind, too forgiving, and holding all of your emotions to the last point, the last minute, yes, it's a strategic way to deal with people, but in the end, what you really want is, you know, solid transactions. You don't want to be having to beat somebody or set somebody's house or a car on fire and all that just to balance out the situations here. Okay, so what lies beneath? You've got the Page of Cups there in reverse. So I'll say, for one, you just might not feel like people are very grateful, or you might feel a little taken advantage of. Maybe you feel like you got duped, like you were being kind to somebody because they kind of made it seem like everything was on the up and up. Maybe you know, you paid for the dinners and the, you know, the hotel rooms, thinking that they were gonna finish building their house or something like that, and it turns out they don't even really have a house. It's not their house at all, actually. Something like that, where, you know, someone may have made you believe, or you have perceived them to be much nicer or much more friendly towards you than they actually were. And so that brings us coming up in the very near future. It's like you're gonna have to turn your back on some things, some people, some situations, and either way, whether you go forward with this, and this seems pretty much inevitable now that they've seen how you really feel about this, now that you see how they really are, now that the argument has erupted, there's really no going back, you know, to the way it was before. It's like you have to leave all of that in the past to regain your own composure. I feel like staying is only adding to the drama, continuing to try and get them to admit they're wrong or something like that. Y'all gonna split hairs forever about that. So the only way for you to calm down or anything like that, it might be for you to take the high road. Yes, I know you've already been more kind than necessary and everything, but don't feel defeated. You still, you know, you still have a few aces up your sleeve. You can still make it to greener pastures and leave this behind. Think of it as cutting your losses. A very wise man once told me, you know, I had someone I had known for a really long time. You know, we had mostly through phone conversations we kept in touch. And after maybe a couple of years, finally we had linked up, had a great time, and on his way out he would ask if he could borrow some money, and I said sure, you know, no problem. And I mean, this person went from somebody that I talked to 3-4 times a week to like not even answering my calls, no response whatsoever. And I was like, damn, it was like $40 he borrowed. It wasn't even a lot of money. And the wise man told me, he said, well, at least you knew it only cost $40 to get rid of his ass, you know? So in this situation, it's like, yes, you might have overspent or, you know, overextended yourself, but you can cut your losses at this point and move on. So for your own mental and emotional well-being, because this looks like this looks like you're going to end up in jail. Oh my gosh. We don't need you to go to jail, Virgo. You can stay with us, please, okay? So how you see yourself is, I feel like when I first saw this card, the first thing I heard was offended as hell. Like, you are indignant. Like, I can't believe, especially with the Queen of Wands there in reverse, is like, who the fuck they think they was talking to? They don't know me. They try to play me. I'm hearing like a rant. You just feel like, you know, there's a lot more for you to say, and you still got some stuff to get off your chest. You are definitely having a hard time with getting your heart and your mind clear and in a positive frame of thinking. You're seeing yourself as being hurt or just really duped and deceived. Remember this deceitful ass person here who had you thinking everything was going to be all right. You just seeing yourself as you know, victimized in a way, unfortunately. External to you, I think this is saying like you feel kind of outcast from like whoever this situation, whoever this drama and situation is pertaining to. I think you feel like they've kind of ganged up on you with this. So you feel like they got their squad, they got their gang, and that's how come you got to go so hard to win, because it's like all of them against you, you know? Yeah. You might have one person out of the group or out of the family who they might have been very duplicitous. You know, they made you believe that they were on your side. Because I'm looking like, okay, this man's wearing red, this man's wearing red, and you see there's the woman in blue. She's being tossed out with him, you know. But this duplicitous person is also wearing blue. The man in red gets to walk off alone, while the woman in blue, she gets to stay and hang out with the family and everything. Like, peace, mother. Like, she's still welcome back, but yo, you not. And that might be pissing you off. And I see, you know, she's got a little second color underneath, so she's playing both sides there. And I think this might be a bigger problem with, like, you know, maybe a sub problem on top of people trying to take advantage of you in this lying, cheating woman. It might also be that she's ruined your reputation of some kind. Like, you really believed or thought that you guys were gonna be cool friends, partners, or something like that. Okay. In your hopes and fears, you've got the Queen of Wands there. And she's in reverse. And I don't know, I don't like to see my girl Queen of Wands in reverse. I feel like you're just hoping to keep your magnanimous ways and keep your reputation. But I feel like you are really feeling the effects of jealousy and like spite, you know. Yeah, whoever this could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, might be in your chart. But I feel like it has a lot more to do with this someone out of this group. I don't know if it's you or the other person that was so duplicitous, but someone is really jealous and cheap. That's what I heard, just being jealous and cheap. Maybe you're hoping that someone finds out about someone's fake nature, or even your own reputation. I feel like you're really trying to hold on to, you know, or maybe that's where you're heading, somewhere where people are not jealous of you or trying to use you, you know. In the outcome, or best possible outcome, you've got the Four of Wands there in reverse also. So you just hope the place is still standing after all this, you know. I don't know, I kind of like, I hate to hear, you know, readers talking about who's about to go to jail. Like, you don't know who's about to go to jail in this general ass reading. But I just feel like after you sober up, calm down, get out of central bookings, you just really are trying to make sure everything, the home life especially, stays the same. Or, you know, you hope that no other people have joined in this posse here against you, you know. Like, do you rather deal with the devil you know than just a whole gang or a whole squad of people that you don't know? So you're hoping everything remains copacetic. And it also represents determination to really keep things traditional, keep things the same, keep things according to plan. That's a great way to describe it for a Virgo. You had a plan, and in the outcome position, you are hoping that all of this drama doesn't completely destroy the plan. Like, maybe it'll shake up some relationships, you don't mind that, who's gotta go or whatever, and who don't like you, you don't care about that. But, you know, how's the foundation? Is the house still standing? Is, you know, are we still going to California in March? That's, is, you know, am I still gonna get my dividends? Y'all know that's my shit. That's what I heard right there. That's mine. Anyway, so yeah, they could lock me up for a night, but my name's still on the deed. So thank you. Next. All right, Virgos, look, I really am wishing the best for you. Let me just take a little peek and see what's beneath. Okay, no regrets. Let me see. What lies beneath? What is the overall? This is about, you know, the struggle for trying to get rich and trying to have a fortune. Everybody wants to rule the world, I heard. So if that's the case, you know, I'll just say like this: friends do not make good business partners. Friends and family do not make good business partners, but good business partners make great friends. Okay. Yeah, so it seems like you already had your suspicions and your doubts before all of this popped off anyway, that it wasn't really a deal that you should have made, or you shouldn't have given in so much, but yet here we are. So okay, Virgo, if you need a personal reading, I'll leave my email and everything down in the description box. Try to figure out, you know, what's your next best move. Okay, good luck.